While it may seem like a daunting task, getting my FAA Airman certificate on the basis of a foreign certificate has been a lot easier for me than getting my local driver's license. I'm an international student and a pilot trained in the Philippines and have recently received my FAA certificate, and I hope to make this process easier for you to understand. Through this presentation, you will understand how to get your FAA certificate as we cover prerequisites, the verification process, and the certification process. In order for you to be eligible to apply for an FAA certificate, you must have a private pilot's license or higher from an ICAO contracting state. An official list is available on the ICAO website. As posted on the Electronic Code of Federal Regulations, Title 14, Part 61, Paragraph 75, last updated on October 25, 2017, you will need your pilot's license with the certified English translation if it is not in English, no deficiencies meeting ICAO standards, an applicable medical certificate from the FAA or from the country where your pilot's license was issued. For an instrument rating, your original license must have had it, and you must have passed an FAA Instrument Foreign Pilot Test within 24 months of the application. According to the FAA.gov website, last updated on the 20th of July 2017, if you are from any of the following countries, you must contact your Civil Aviation Authority first. It is important that the local process be done prior to requesting verification from the FAA. More information can be found on this webpage. Now that you have all the required documents, the next step is to complete the verification request form. Ensure that the form is accurately completed. The first 3 pages of the form include descriptions for each entry and a privacy statement for this document. When getting the form, ensure that the form is current and unexpired. These forms are available on the FAA website and can be found through an online search. In Block 14 of AC Form 8060, ensure that you write down the name of the FSDO, the Flight Standards District Office of your preference. This is the location that you will have to physically go to when applying for the certificate. The verification letter will be addressed to that office as well, so ensure that you will be able to go there after the verification process. Note: do not travel or schedule check rides before receiving the verification letter. A full list of FSDO locations can be found on the FAA's website. FSDOs are not located in every city, so make sure to look up the most convenient one for you. After completing the form, the next step is to send your verification package to the Airman Certification Branch at the FAA main office in Oklahoma. To do this, you must print the completed form and sign it at the bottom. According to the FAA.gov website, last updated on the 20th of July 2017, the document must be signed in print as they do not currently accept e-signatures. However, you may still send the package by email. Thus, you may scan the required documents and email it, or send the printed copies to the addresses given. You will then receive your verification letter approximately 45 to 90 days after you send your documents according to the FAA, although in my case it only took 2 weeks. The next step after receiving the verification letter is to set an appointment with the FSDO that you indicated in the application form. You should call them on their posted telephone number and say that you are a foreign pilot with a verification letter wishing to apply for an airman certificate. When talking to the administrator, ask what will be required of you and if there is anything you should complete prior to your visit. The FAA say not to expect to be able to set an appointment within 2 weeks of contact due to security measures, but in my case, I was able to set an appointment a week after. Proceed to meet the FAA administrator at the FSDO, where he will determine your eligibility and file your documents. According to AOPA.com, a website of one of the United States' largest aviation organizations, last updated on June 3, 2008, the FSDO administrator will then proceed to check the forms and documents of the applicant's eligibility, English proficiency, and will verify the applicant's identity. If the administrator deems you eligible, you will then receive your FAA Airman certificate. You will first receive a temporary Airman certificate on the spot that is valid for 120 days, or until you receive your Airman certificate card, which may take up to 120 days. The certificate card will be mailed to the address given during the application. Note: limitation from your original pilot's license carry over, and the FAA certificate is only valid in possession of your foreign license. You should now know how to get your FAA Airman certificate, the prerequisites, the verification process, and the certification process. Now it's time to do it and get back into the cockpit.